what we do normally, you know how we do on Saturdays. We pick games. We go over your impact players,
Right.
and normally we go over the games. So we both have 8 games this week. So I want to say you started last week, right?
Yeah, I did. So
okay, so I'm gonna start this week, and you already know how I do. I'm gonna start with my boys, and obviously it's the 49ers at the Rams. And obviously you'll be playing Debo because he should be coming off that injury in the /COVID list. Raheem Mostert should be back. Brandon Ayuk is on the COVID list. We don't know if he's gonna play yet though. But we'll see. The Rams, you got Jared Goff, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. Those running backs, you just don't know which one to play. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna go ahead and say that my boys is gonna win this week in the surprise pick. So we're getting healthy. We should win this week. It should be a close one though. So, but we're gonna see what happens. So that's what I'm going with. Back to you.
all right, doing it live. We're having a few technical glitches. We'll try to get it straightened out and go along. Just to let you know up front, I'm gonna try to clip this together. So if you missed it today, then we'll have this ready for you on Saturday. We're gonna clip this part out for y'all. All right, let's keep it going. My next game I'm talking about is the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, this game you gotta really check back later this week to see what happens with Adam Thielen's injury. If he doesn't play, Justin Jefferson is going to have a monster game. Somebody else has to put in that work to help out. You already know Dalvin Cook. But maybe you stream Kyle Rudolph. Only if Adam Thielen doesn't play. For Carolina, I like Teddy Bridgewater this game. Like we discussed earlier, they have 3 dynamic wide receivers. I'm comfortable putting any of those guys in. And it looks like Christian McCaffrey is going to miss another one. So Mike Davis is going to be a really good play. DJ Moore, best wide receiver in the Carolina. I'm not letting off, buddy.
He's second in the pecking order. But
did I mention the Panthers are winning? I don't think I said the Panthers are winning, but the Panthers are winning.
I want to pull for Carolina on this one.
Okay.
I think I'm with Carolina. So Carolina should win this one. Should be a tough matchup though. I think it'll be close.
Yeah, this should be a really good game because the Vikings can put some work in, but yeah. I think the Panthers are better. I think, especially if Adam Thielen misses this game, it's definitely going to be the Panthers in that case.
You know what? I'm gonna flip that. I'm going Minnesota because I feel like, and I'm gonna tell you why. Minnesota, Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook.
And that Carolina rush defense isn't great. It isn't
terrible.
Great.
I just thought about it. I'm gonna go with Minnesota on this one because I got to get some more victories on this thing against you. So,
by the way, the games were not good in our group. I actually had the best week, and it was not good. But
oh my gosh,
last week picking games was not good. But that's the story for another day.
Yes. And I'm gonna go to this next game, which I think is a really, really good game. You got the Los Angeles Chargers and you got the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, you going Herbert, you going Keenan Allen, you going Mike Williams. Eckler supposed to be coming back this week. So we're gonna see what happens with that. If he comes back, you insert him in the lineup instantly. Josh Allen, Diggs, Cole Beasley's been balling lately. But I'm gonna go and put my I'm gonna go and say Buffalo wins this. I think Josh Allen has a good game, but I think it's gonna be a shootout though. So between Herbert and Josh Allen, you're looking at the future as far as quarterbacks with those two guys. So I'm definitely gonna say Josh Allen though is gonna pull this thing out.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Buffalo in this one for all the reasons. I think they're a better overall team. Justin Herbert is great for your fantasy team. I don't think they're gonna win. They seem to find ways to lose games, and so yeah.
Well, that's just because he's young, rookie. He don't know how to win those games yet. It's just like with Josh Allen last year. Josh Allen didn't know how to win the games at the end. He know how to do it now, but Herbert gonna have to learn that sometimes. But Herbert, he's gonna have to learn that going into next year. But you're right. This year, I don't see it happening. But yeah.
But I am hopefully looking forward to getting Austin Eckler back.
Yes,
if not this
too.
week, hopefully definitely by next week. But yeah, there's talk that he could play this week. So he's been on injured reserve for my team for a while. I'm waiting to put him back in. But I'm gonna keep it rolling with my next game. It's the Giants at the Bengals. I don't need time. No, don't do this. Don't do this. The Bengals are gonna be playing somebody named Brandon Allen. We saw him play 3 games last year for 46.4% percentage completion, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Stop. I love T. Higgins, but don't do it. If you want to gamble with the Giants, put in Shepard or Darius Slayton. Wayne Gallum is probably your best bet, but no, just for me, I don't want this game in my life. Sterling Shepard, I probably feel fairly decent about because the Bengals defense is good, but I still don't like this game. This is trash quarterback versus trash quarterback. You talked about Justin Herbert and Josh Allen being the future of quarterbacks. I think as much as I thought Danny Dimes was going to be good, he's garbage, and we already know that without Joe Burrow, they're garbage. That's the saddest thing, his injury for last year, because he was looking really good, and he's not going to play anymore this year. Probably not going to play next year. Oh, I didn't see who was going to win that awful game between the Bengals and the Giants. The Giants. Why not? The Giants are going to win that game because the Bengals have Brandon Allen playing quarterback.
They should win that game. I'm going to go with the Giants, too. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go to my next game, and I don't need much time for this game. Cleveland obviously is going to win. It's Cleveland Browns against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cleveland should win this, but I'm not hanging my hopes on nothing with that quarterback they call Baker Mayfield. The only people you can play from this game is Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Baker Mayfield can't even get the ball to his receivers. So, no. And James Robinson is the only player you're playing from Jacksonville. Cleveland should win this because they're just a better team, honestly. But not on the hands of Baker Mayfield. So.
Yeah, I think they win the game with the running game and their defense. That's it. That's all they need because the Jaguars are not good. They won one game all year. They're not going to win in Cleveland, I don't think. They shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't.
All right, so my next game is the Las Vegas Raiders. That's right. Playing against the Falcons. This is my no defense at all game. It comes with a warning, though, because I have not been good with these games that I think should be just high-powered offense. But I don't see how this one's not. So I'm playing anyone throwing the ball, anyone touching the ball. if they're playing, I'm putting them in the lineup, especially if, like you said, we still have to wait to see what's happening with Julio Jones and even Calvin Ridley and Hayden Hurst. They're all question marks. Hopefully all will be starting, but if not, Russell Gage is there to fill in your lineup too. But you're starting everybody, because this is going to be points all over the place.
Yes.
And the Raiders are winning because they're the best team. So the Raiders are the best team. Go ahead, just say it out loud. You know it's true. You know it's true.
I think I'm going to go with Atlanta on this one, man. They got to bounce back from last week.
Okay.
They got to bounce back. I told you I got to catch up with you.
That ain't the way.
I got to catch up with you. I'm going with Atlanta on this one. I could be wrong, but I'm definitely going with Atlanta. I think they got to bounce back. They had a poor game last week. But Matt Ryan is better than that. Matt
Ryan put up -1 point in one of the leagues I'm in last week.
I can believe it.
This team, this league, you get penalized for sacks. He got sacked 8 times last week. The Raiders don't have a pass rush for real, but if they gave up 8 sacks, I think the Raiders are going to at least get 2.
So that's why I'm keeping my fingers crossed that he's somewhere else next year.
Right.
So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So we're gonna see. Right. I'm gonna go on my next Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
And the New England Patriots. Kyler Murray, Hopkins, Christian Kirk been playing well. Even Kenyon Drake been playing well. Cam, Damian Harris, James White. Those receivers. Pick one. We just don't know which one gonna do work. I'm going Arizona in this one. they should win this game because New England is not that good, but we don't know. But I feel like Arizona should win this game because they have the better quarterback and receiver tandem right now. So I think they should pull it out in a close one.
Yeah, I have the Cardinals winning this one too. The only thing that makes this interesting is, Belichick has a way of taking away your best player, and that secondary for New England is pretty good. So you got to wonder, are they going to try to find a way to neutralize DeAndre Hopkins in this game? I'm still playing him, but
yeah,
you got to wonder. But if they take him away, Larry Fitzgerald's still pretty good, as well as Christian Kirk. He can break past people. So I still think that Kyler Murray and the Cardinals are going to be too much.
I mean, I feel like Kenyon Drake actually, since he's been back from injury.
You meant to say Chase Edmonds, but okay.
No, I said
no, I know.
Kenyon Drake been playing well since he came back from injury. Yeah, he's still sharing the load, obviously.
But Chase Edmonds is better.
Yeah. I'm not saying that.
Chase Edmonds, I mean, look at the stats.
The stats is there, but still, like, if you're going based off the last 2 weeks, Kenyon Drake has been the guy the last 2 weeks. Honestly,
who put up more fantasy points last week? I think his name is Chase Edmonds.
I'm still gonna say Kenyon Drake.
I like Kenyon Drake. We were both pretty big on Kenyon Drake in the off season, but I'm like you feel about DJ Moore. That's my feelings about Kenyon Drake. I think Kenyon Drake's the second best running back on that team. I like Chase Edmonds a bit more.
I guess you can say that.
Yeah, it's what it is.
It is.
All right, let me keep it rolling. My next game, if you thought my Giants Bengals stuff was bad, this one's probably worse. It's the Dolphins and the Jets. Play the Dolphins defense. I'm done. There you go. That's it. I'm done.
That was quick, man. Look.
Is there something else out there that I don't know about? Because here's something. There's a chance. I don't think it's going to happen, but Myles Gaskin could be. He's activated from IR and eligible for return. If he comes back, that's interesting.
Yes,
that's interesting. But other than that, I'm not that excited. Devontae Parker is, he's typically good. Jakeem Grant, if you want to, but
no.
The Jets, no. We don't know what it's going to be. It looks like they're going to try to play Sam Darnold. But Joe Flacco's been pretty good. So I don't even know if that's an upgrade if you go back to Sam Darnold. And, you got Crowder there, but I don't want this. I think that Miami defense is good. And they had their first taste of defeat, so I think they're going to be coming. Well, not over the season, but since Tua's been there, they had their first loss. So I think they're going to be motivated to not let the Jets get that first win.
Well, I would say this. That was the quickest 40-second play clock session. Hey. Well, whatever you want to call it, I have seen since we've been doing this. Hey. I know. I did one that was probably like 15. I took it down to 25 seconds. Yeah. You literally was in there with like 8, 9 seconds.
I came back. I came back with some more information, a little bit more content. I gave you some content eventually, but
it was out of there by like 9 seconds, man. Literally, I watched it. It said 31 seconds. I was like, "Jeez, okay."
But am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong at all.
There you go.
I would have 5 seconds. I would have been like, "Man, nobody else. Keep playing. I mean, keep moving. I'm done."
It's the Jets.
I guess. No. Okay. My next game is the New Orleans Saints, Denver Broncos. New Orleans should win this game. Taysom Hill, Kamara, Michael Thomas had his first 100-yard game last week. You should be happy. Drew Lock, Melvin Gordon, and Tim Patrick should be. He's been involved a lot. They say he's the number one receiver in Denver, but I'm going with New Orleans on this one. I feel like they need to get Kamara involved a little bit more. Taysom Hill stole a lot of his rushes last week, but he should be more involved this week. So we'll see. New Orleans got the win though.
The moment I bench Michael Thomas in some leagues, he finally comes to life. So I guess that's shame on me for benching a stud, but Michael Thomas has not been a stud. I did have him in my lineup in 2 leagues, and so that was cool. But Michael Thomas is back, I guess. We'll see whether Taysom Hill can replicate it. But I got New Orleans winning that game too.
I mean, can he do it again?
the Denver Broncos beat Miami last week.
I mean,
so I guess that's gonna make them have to pass the ball more.
It's film out there.
So
I'm just saying, it's film.
Yeah.
You got film on it.
Hey, Taysom Hill showed he can throw, so and run. So we'll see. We'll see. Hey, if he feeds Michael Thomas, I'll be happy.
You playing him this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna play him across the board this week, and he'll get like 10 yards, 1 reception. It's all good. I don't care. At this point, whatever. So let's go with the Bears, and who's gonna be the starting quarterback for the Bears? Whatever. It doesn't matter. They're gonna both be bad no matter who it is. So stay away from it. I do like Allen Robinson because he's the only guy that can catch on the team apparently. And David Montgomery is supposed to be back from his concussion. And in PPR, David Montgomery is a starter every week. Standard leagues, maybe not so much. The Packers are going to win this game, though, because they're the Packers and they're better. The defense of Chicago is good, but not good enough to get around discount, double check Aaron Rodgers. So play him, play Jones, play Devonta Adams like you always do if he's healthy. I'm trying to decide whether I want to give a possible to we saw Lazard come back. He didn't really do much, but Marquise Valdez-Scantling actually was still pretty relevant. Even with his return, I don't think I play either one of them though.
No,
not against the Bears. I think the Bears defense will be good enough to shut those guys down. So play the major studs on Green Bay.
I agree with you on that. I think Green Bay pulls this out. You just you can't go against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has been playing really well.
Hey, he is having a season.
Yes, and he has a chip on his shoulder. He got something to prove. He's mad at the world. He's mad at everybody because they left him out of top 10 fantasy last year.
Yeah.
I mean, he got something to prove. So
and
definitely,
the Green Bay Packers dared to draft the quarterback. So
that made it even worse. Lord have mercy.
He's showing everybody, I'm still relevant and will be for some time.
Yeah, so he talking about playing past 40. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna do my last game, and it's the Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, you playing your regular guys from Seattle: Russell Wilson, DK, Tyler Lockett. Chris Carson's back this week. For Philly, Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert. Carson Wentz has been playing horrible. If you need to play him, like me probably, because I'm in a 2-quarterback league and I have to play him, you play him. But if you don't, you leave him on the bench or you leave him on the waiver wire. I'm picking Seattle to win this game because Philly has been playing terrible as a team. So Seattle should win this with no problem.
A pox upon Carson Wentz for ruining my life because I didn't want to draft him when I did, but he was available. Same thing like you said, 2-quarterback league. He has been the bane of my existence. I hate him with everything within me. But that's another story for another day. I've got 2 more games, so while I'm doing this next one, double check your list. Make sure you didn't skip somebody. My next game is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buccaneers, and I actually really like this game. This should be a good one. I think the Chiefs are the better team and they'll win. If they can somehow manage a pass rush, I think they'll definitely get the win. But in this one, I like the Falcons and the Raiders as a big scoring game. This is my other one. I think it's going to be good. The Bucs defense is good, but nobody's defense is good enough for Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So you're playing him. I'm even playing Clyde Edwards-Helaire, of course Travis Kelce. You play every week in Tyreek Hill. Brady, all his receivers, maybe even Antonio Brown if you have to. But I actually like Gronk this game. He's had a down game. I think he's going to really bounce back this week. So Chiefs win. And what should be a good one.
I do have one more game, so I don't know. I did this last week too. So I don't know why I keep doing it. It is crazy. It's the same team that I always skip over.
You just don't want to do this team.
No, I just don't know. But what I was saying, Kansas City can get pressure from their D line. So I think that's going to cause pressure to get after Tom Brady, and that's going to cause him to make mistakes like he did last week. Because he had 2 interceptions last week, costly interceptions on top of that. So, and you've seen when they do get pressure, he can't really do what he has been doing lately. So I just feel like Kansas City going to win it just because of the fact, hey, you got Pat Mahomes. You can't leave any time on the clock for him.
Right.
But I just think that defense is going continue to show why Brady, at his age, should sit down somewhere because, I mean, he can't move no more. I mean, playing a cupcake team like the Jets or somebody who can't get that pressure, then that's something different. But if you're playing somebody like a team that can get pressure, he's no good to you. I mean, honestly. So
here's a question. Here's my Buccaneers question for you. This is going to be a slightly longer 40-second play clock because it's part of our live show, but it's okay. Between Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette, are you playing either one of those guys this week coming up?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Well, Leonard Fournette scored a touchdown last week.
But that's all he did.
That's all
right,
he did.
That's all he did.
I mean, you really don't know which one is going to get the ball. It's too inconsistent with that backfield. One minute they touting out Ronald Jones saying he the guy. Then 1 minute is Leonard Fournette. Right. You just don't know. Like fantasy is hard enough by itself trying to figure out who you want to put in your lineup, and then you got to guess what running back gonna play this week. No, it's too late in the season one for that.
Right. The reason cause I told you last week I actually dropped Leonard Fournette. It didn't work out for me because I thought with DeAndre Swift out, Adrian Peterson would get that work. Yeah. So I might as well have played Leonard Fournette to get bad production. But I'm with you. At this point, I can't trust. I don't know who's going to be the guy. So to me, neither one is the guy. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Until they make that decision on which one they want to. And that's the way the league is going right now. Yeah. They're going to a two running back system, 3 running back system. You got 3 running backs in the backfield. One could do work. You got one catching out the backfield. You got one on the first and second down. It's just.
But there's some teams that can make that work. Well, not just for who cares about their teams. I'm talking about for fantasy football players like Cleveland. You can have those 2 running backs, and it works. Washington football team that we talked about. You can have a JD McKissick and Antonio Gibson, and they both get work. Even with the Cardinals, with Kenyon Drake and Chase Edmonds, you can. But for some reason, there's certain teams, namely the Bucks, is why I brought it up. They cannot make this 2 running back thing work because neither one is good.
Well, they don't invest. Yeah. For example, with Cleveland, Kareem Hunt and Chubbs, I want to say they get the same amount of touches per week. They get about 15 to 18, but that's a run-heavy team. Yeah. Also,
because they have a bad quarterback, like you said.
They have a bad quarterback, so they're gonna run the ball 18 times a piece, just because, and they're gonna make up. But Kareem Hunt can make up his points coming out of the backfield, catching out of the backfield. Chubb is the guy that's gonna wear him down throughout the game, and it's gonna open up stuff for him. But with Tampa Bay, you got Gronk, you got all the receivers they have.
Brown,
Antonio
Godwin, Evans, Scotty Miller some days.
Scotty Miller.
Right.
You just don't know. It's too many.
Too many mouths to feed.
I said this when they got Antonio Brown. It's too many mouths to feed to say, hey, we gonna blend in these 2 running backs also. It's just not gonna work.
True.
Because these guys gonna want to get their numbers at the same time. It's just not. It's too much, really, for me. So I mean, I don't know.
I'm with you.
I wouldn't play them though. That's just
me. I wouldn't either.
And don't I wouldn't do it. No.
All right, let's go back to you. My bad. I was about to start my last game.
No, so
I'm jumping ahead of you. All right, go.
We live people, so we do this. Stuff happens. So my last game is the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. So you got Ryan Tannehill, who's been playing with Derrick Henry, we talked about earlier, AJ Brown, Corey Davis. Phillip Rivers is playing okay fantasy wise this year. Michael Pittman is actually coming along great. And we seen Jonathan Taylor do work last week. Can he continue that? We don't know. We're gonna see this week. But I'm going with Indy to win this game in a tough division matchup. It's gonna be like a bruiser here. So I think the Colts should pull this out this week because they have the better defense.
And I'm going with the Colts for that exact same reason. I've been picking against the Colts a lot and regretting it pretty much every time I've done it. So this week I'm going Colts. I love that defense.
Yeah.
And so let's go Colts, and let's go Phillip Rivers to Michael Pittman Jr.
Oh my God, man!
Hey, I need
talking about that receiving rookie class that came out this year.
It's monster. There's a lot of noise about the running back class, but that wide receiver class is.
I mean, Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Pitt. It's crazy. Like you got these guys coming in, and they coming in day one.
Right.
And well, Michael Pittman, he took a little bit longer.
Like day 7, but still.
Yeah, he took a little bit longer. But like people like CeeDee Lamb, Jefferson, Brandon, these guys came in and they started immediately, and they started doing work from day one.
Yeah.
So this is a good class, man. I will say this, man, definitely.
Dynasty owners, you should be happy. You built up. You found some franchise players. So
definitely.
All right, let's end this with the Ravens at the Steelers. This is the delayed game because people can't live right. I'm going on this one, and because the Steelers are on a mission. This seems like it would be that game that the Steelers would get their first L in, but I'm not going to have it happen this week. We still don't know who the running backs are going to be for the Ravens, or if they're going to be able to play by the time Sunday rolls around. Only person I'm going with on the Ravens is Lamar Jackson, only because you drafted him so high you probably have to play him, and Mark Andrews. And for the Steelers, I'm going with all the wide receivers. They've been trying their best to get James Conner in, and I think they're going to continue to try to do that this week, even against that Ravens, because the Ravens have shown that you can run on them. They're not that dangerous like they used to be. And, of course, Roethlisberger. So,
yes,
there you go.
Roethlisberger has been, I don't know what he been doing like in the off season, but he looks really healthy this year.
He looks really good. And he has 3 monster wide receivers.
Oh my gosh, I'm starting to believe all along gonna crack 1,000, man.
Wouldn't be surprising. I mean, the only thing that messes up Deontay Johnson is the time he's missed, but he's making up for lost time since he's been lying.
So that's the end of the 40-second play clock. This is what we do on a normal Saturday, but we blend it in to give y'all all of this work that we get.
It's Thanksgiving. We usually record that show on a Thursday, and so we wanted to give it to you. Plus, we had those 3 early. Well, it was supposed to be 3 early games, so we wanted to give it to you a little bit sooner than we would. But hey, if you've never seen the 40-second play clock, that's what you're missing every Saturday. So make sure you tune in to watch those.
Definitely. If we don't got any questions, I think that's it.
That's it. Well, we should let the audience know, of course, hit that like, subscribe button, follow us at all of our social media. And just let you know, next week we have some personal big things going on, which is going to stop us from recording. So we're going to put together some pre-recorded material to give you all next week. So stay tuned for that. We'll post more about it so you'll know what's happening. But we'll still have all the fantasy information you need. You're just going to get it a little bit different next week. Yeah, and if you have any questions, email us. Well, not email us, but hit the RJ Fantasy Football Talk page. Yeah. Instagram, Facebook. We'll answer it, being that we're not going to be here next week. But we'll definitely get back with you if you got any questions. We'll have some for you. Right. So we're going to be actually posting a lot of stuff this week, being that we're not going to be live. So, all right. Yeah. Thanks for joining. Right. Peace out. Thanks for joining. Peace out.